Good evening, folks. How are we all doing? Merry Christmas. I hope everyone had a phenomenal Christmas day with the family and friends. I hope the man in the big red suit was very, very generous to everyone else, to everyone as well. And yeah, onwards to the new year. But before we get there, just the little matter of the penultimate round of the LMU Nitro Concepts Pro Series Season 0.5. It's the inauguration. And as I say, we're here tonight for the penultimate round. It's going to be from Silverstone. As you can see, we've got Le Mans still to come. That's going to be on the 6th of January, as I say, for the final round. But it is tonight. We've got Silverstone, Spa, Imola, Portimao and Monza. All been in the driver's radar so far, or certainly the spotter's radar so far, but it is Silverstone tonight, and it is of course the same prizes. The drivers are racing for the top three in each of the classes. Will receive third place, will get themselves the Immersion Wind Bundle, including the UH1 hub from Nitro Concepts. Second, will receive themselves a Legend Gaming Chair Silver Edition from Noble Chairs, and of course the €500 voucher for Thrustmaster products on the caseking.de website. So some phenomenal prizes up for grabs, and yeah, some worthy races so far. As we can see, we've got some cars out on track. A little bit of a spoiler, it is wet out there. It was Dario Iannulo that brought home the race win. Phenomenal race at night at Monza it was. Last time out, Erkan in second, Mitchy Hoyer fighting back to third place after a long race. Bischoff in fourth, with Kobe Chan finishing in fifth ahead of Deschamps and Varner. Here de Campo down in eighth place, Gielgud in ninth, and Gabor Por rounding out the top 10 in the hypercars. In the GT3s, let's bring one up. There we go, Naskadashvili. He brought home another race win. He's been impressive this season. Clement Council in second, and Marian Visser in third place. Valentin Kalhov in fourth position ahead of Lomber. In fifth, Josef Koifel in sixth, with Rennie Felder in seventh. In Chauste in eighth, Plankin and Zupan rounding out the top 10. What has that done for the standings? Well, the GT3s, no change at all at the top. It is still Naskadashvili from Koitzel from Bessier. It is now a 200-point lead that Naskadashvili's got up at the top, looking good to bring home top spot. Koifel in fourth, and Felder currently in fifth, ahead of Inchauste and Sidoric. In the hypercars, there we go. That is De Campo, 8th last week, still finds himself in the lead, only just though, ahead of Fabian Roth, Deschamps in second, Cedar and Mitchy Hoyer 4th and 5th, with Gagel and Jacola 6th and 7th, just ahead of Iannulo in 8th place. Erkan and Chan rounding out the top 10. Henry Gamble currently sitting in 11th position. So that is the top spots. As you can see, we've got some nice dry Silverstone on screen at the moment. Very much not the case for the drivers this evening. They are going to be fairly tested on this one. It's going to be a fun one, especially around such a high speed track. The difference between the cars is going to be accentuated, and that could make for some interesting interactions before the end of the race. We've got a solid field out as well, 14 each class, in fact no sorry, 15 in each class. Excellent. Iannulo's here, Mitchy Hoyer is here, Bischoff's here, Erkan is here, Kobe Chan, yeah, it's all the top runners in the hypercars and in the GT3s. They're just about to finish their practice session. We'll have 15 minutes of quali, of course. Let's turn down that sure where those horns are coming from. Apologies. There we go. That's better. Wow. Where were we? Oh, of course, yes, the race. 10 minutes of practice is about to come to an end. We've got 15 minutes of quali for the drivers to set their fastest times, and then it will be a 1 hour race for this evening. So it's slightly shorter in the rain. Of course, it's a 2 hour finale to the series next time out. There's going to be some light drizzle for that. This one is going to be heavy rain all the way through though. Yeah, so we'll see how they got on. Very wet tyres needed out on track. Oh wow, sorry, just watching Alexis there. A couple of drivers are out in practice and it is looking sketchy to say the least. Yeah, so, oh my goodness, those horns, let's turn that down. There we go, have some music in the background. So much better, so much better. We're here for Silverstone, of course, an absolute temple of motor racing for more reasons than one. This is where most of the F1 teams are based as well, so it really is an absolute hub for motorsport. It was established way back when and has undergone several changes since its inception in 1948. It looked more like a Wreckfest track back in the day. With Seagrove Corner, a fun one to say the least. Last changed in 2021, of course, the inauguration of the Hamilton Straight. Oh, now those conditions look a bit drier. Yeah, it does look a bit drier, but the track itself, of course, tonight, 3.6 miles long, 5.8 kilometres of sunny Silverstone track. Yeah, it looks like qualifying. We've got the drivers have got a bit of a break. Let's get out and have a look and see what they are up to. There we go. Their historic holiday out. There's Ayamilo. And we'll get a good look at the liveries this week as well. The night race at Monza certainly kept the drivers on their toes. Didn't get to show off the paint jobs too much though. Look how much they lose the floor of that car along there. It is absolutely incredible. Let's just fix the audio. Yep, that is set. Perfect. Thank you very much, Rob Spleen, for the subscription. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you very much for that. Hugely appreciated. I hope you have had a good Christmas. Do you race? Let us know in the chat. Thanks to everyone in the YouTube channel as well. I've got YouTube and Twitch on the go this evening. English, German and Spanish. All catered for. In fact, I'm going to need to leave that there and there. We will do that. So yeah, I am Mula. We'll have a run through. There is Maurice Ulrich out to this evening. Andreas Rogel as well. I think yeah, the cars are in a solo qualifying session, so we will see every car but not at the same time. They won't see each other either, make it nice and easy for them. There is Bachmeier. Oh, a couple of new ones. There's Lucas Cedar for Fisher Racing. Of course, he's been in a few so far this season. There's Kobe Chan for Visceral. Wow. Absolutely flying that Aston Martin. Ragged. Love to see it. Marco Bischoff, another Cadillac entry. He's got Arda Erkan in the BMW. Not far behind them, there's Fabian Roth, another Fisher Racing driver. Luke Bachmeier out in the Penske Porsche. Another very good sounding car. There is Michi Hoyer, another BMW. We'll see how they got on. Quite a few BMWs out tonight. Of course, the Cadillac, the most dominant car in the field. A spattering of Aston Martins and Porsches. But yeah, BMW and Cadillac definitely the predominant manufacturers in this field. There is Daniel Krylov, Schizo Racing. Let's see if I can get a look at this livery. Not quite sure what that is. We'll hopefully catch sight of that later on in the race. And there is Robin Deschamps, another Fisher Racing Esports driver. Oh, just off checking the sand. Manuel Fuchs is out for Fisher Racing in the GT3s, the BMW there, Lamborghini. We've got Anthony Kostinger, the Swiss RC Neuchâtel team. Just trying to see if that is actually a KFC livery. Nope, just a bit, nice bit of red and white on there. Oh, there is Nastasvili for Fisher Racing. Oh, we don't have his livery this week, unfortunately. Oh, Ayamulo already setting the quick laps. We'll get into that in a second. Nastasvili is out. Florian Hammerl, sorry, back to the pits. Fuchs, we've seen Nastasvili. Matteo Gadotti. Not many Porsches out this week for the GT3s. Gadotti in one of them. Kostinger, we've seen Mark Sidoric out in the Lexus GT3. Then we've got David Rancano, another Lamborghini driver. Manuel Fuchs setting a quick time in the GT3s. Who have we missed? René Felder. We've got out for Fisher Racing. He's in a Lamborghini. Louis Barto out in the BMW. Florian Hammer, we've seen Bessier. He's out in a Lexus once again. The Blue Squad by Race Esport driver. He's got himself a 208 and in fact has taken early pole position. Josef Koifel, the other Porsche driver, of course, and he's just gone purple in Sector 1. Excellent. And there is Eichberger, Quantum Speed 1. And another nice bright livery. Right, let's get a look at some times. It's Kobe Chan who's taken the top spot in the Aston Martin. Yeah, he is the only Aston out on track. And he is flying at the minute. He's got himself a bit of time up. In fact, let me just check the tyres here. Has anybody done anything? Ooh, right, okay, so everyone is out on wet tyres except Mitchie Hoyer, who's out on mediums, and Sven Gielgud is out on mediums as well. It does look like a well-used set of mediums. Oh, Ayamulo temporarily took the top spot. Kobe Chan has taken it straight back again. 9 minutes left of quali, and it is a battle royale up at the top with the hypercars. Chan and Ayamulo, the main protagonists at the moment. They're only separated. Yeah, what is that? A tenth and a half, 2 tenths? Not much at all. Ulrich currently in third in the GT3s. Koifel in the Porsche up on the top spot, unsurprisingly, followed by a couple of Lexus. Bessier in second place now. Kalhoff currently in third. Kalhoff currently on screen in third in the Lexus. Oh yeah, that's not how you enter the pit, sir. And that is not how you verbalise that while commentating. But there we go, that was a fender bender of the highest order there for Kalhoff. 0 points for the discount there, I'm afraid, Valentin. We've got David Nascadasvili. He's going to be flying, hoping to get himself up on the top spot. He's in the Ford. He is, like the majority of the GT3s, out on wets. We've only got Manuel Fuchs and Alvaro Inchauste that are out on medium tyres in the GT3s. There has been a bit of a switch up in the hypercars though. Hoyer, Cedar, Bischoff, Rogel and Gielgud all on medium tyres, so that is now 6 of them. So almost half the field in the hypers have switched to the mediums. Clearly feeling they're the quicker runner. They're going to need the track to change a bit. Although 7 minutes and there's 30 cars out there, so it will have a drying effect on the racing line. Ayamulo's retaking the top spot. as he comes firing out his pit box there on medium tyres, and Kobe Chan's in the garage. Let's take 3 guesses at what his engineers will be doing. Hopefully shooting the person with that air horn. Fabian Roth in 4th place has just come out on medium, so is Deschamps. So let's see, Hoyer's going to have his tyres, or is he going to have his tyres more up to temp? 20.8 degrees, 0% rain. 20 degree ambient temperature as well, so track and air the same. You can see there is a drier part of the track there, not where Hoyer was running though. Maybe he's starting to cool them down a bit now. But we'll see what he can do, and we'll see if any of the GT3s come in actually and put on mediums. Sorry, that would be yeah, interesting to see. Koifel has just gone quicker. His previous lap there, 2 minute 8.555, 4/10 ahead now of Marin Bessier. Valentin Kalhoff still in 3rd place. Council Benoit is quick. I've just seen someone move up. Yeah, Council's just gone and done a 209.0 to go 4th place. Yeah, nicely done indeed. He's on fairly fresh wets as well, so the GT3's not biting on the mediums at the moment. Manuel Fuchs, the fastest medium runner in the GT3's, 209.8. Puts him 1.3 seconds behind pole position. Oh wow. And yeah, this isn't going to be the quickest lap for him either after a wiggle like that. We've also got Lois Barto in the BMW. In fact, there's 3 BMW drivers. Oh, that are running wide. Onto the Wellington Straight potentially. That's not the Wellington Straight. Yes, it is, sorry. It is the Wellington Straight. But yeah, 3 BMW drivers in the GT3s. And sorry, there's 4 of them in total, and 3 of them are on medium tyres. It took a long way to get there, apologies. Ayamulo is still at the top of the hypercars, being chased by Kobe Chan. The entire hypercar field is now on medium tyres. So they've all been in. We've got 4.5 minutes left to go. This is going to be interesting. Hoyer is the lead driver in hypercar qualifying that came out straight from the start of the session on medium tyres. He's just set a purple sector 2 as he comes onto the Wellington Straight, as tidy as you like, absolutely flat to the floor. Oh, as Naskadashvili takes himself to provisional pole with a 207.8. Just under 2/10 quicker than Bessier. So he's extended that gap. They're still running on the wets. Here comes Hoyer then, out of the last corner. He is going to cross the line, and he's going to go to pole position. And it is going to be by less than a tenth and a half, almost exactly. 0.150 seconds separating the top 2. Let's see Ayamulo's progress. He's improved in sector 2. Not so much in sector 1 as he exits the Wellington, so we'll stay on board and we'll see what he's got up his sleeve for sector 3. It's going to need to be a quick one, although he did previously have purple in sector 1. If he's gone slightly slower than that, it could still be quicker than the majority of the field. We're going to find out here. Crosses the line and he does go quicker. First driver into the 53s, that's a 53.845 for Ayamulo. Absolutely purples the living daylights out of sector 3. That is very, very, very good, quick indeed. But not for long. Gielhud had it for even less time, because Kobe Chan has gone back to the top. The Aston Martin's on home soil, and the nostalgia is flowing through Chan's right foot here. 1 minute 53.141. Half a second. Ooh, now 0.3 of a second, sorry. Quicker than Cedar. The track is absolutely rubbering in. We've got a few more drivers in the GT3s now venturing on to the mediums. Florian Hammerl and Rennie Felder both coming in the pits, Roncano, Fuchs and Bartow down at the bottom of the field. Out on the mediums, but the top 5 all still on the wet tyres. Koifel currently in 5th place as Hoyer takes pole position. Provisional pole once again in the hypercars. He's got 1:42 left. He's got time for another lap as Coinsell goes top in the GT3s. Hey! Isn't this a fun one? So there we go, Coinsell. Wow, purple sector 2 and 3. Still on the wet tyres though. No one on the wet tyres, on the mediums, making it into the top 5. So in fact, not even in the top 7 now. As we've got more cars venturing up to the top of the grid. Sidoric and Costinger joining the top 7 as Ayamulo takes provisional pole and then instantly loses it to Moritz Ulrich. The track really is getting quicker as we're now in at the 52.6s. Nope, it's a 52.0 for Gielhud with a minute left to go. So he will have time. So you'll get this lap finished. He won't get another one. So this is Gielhud's last chance again. Purple in sector 2 and 3. So the track absolutely coming to life for the drivers. We've got one Bachmeier in the pit, so he is done. Antonin is on a quick lap here. We should see some improvement. 54.8. 5 minutes into the session, that would have had pole position. It's now only good enough for 14th. Coinsell has just set a purple sector 1. He took 2. Oh, no, but it's just been beaten. It's just been beaten. Someone else has just beaten his sector 1 time. Oh, man, it's Koifel. Koifel's coming straight back at him. He's just purple sector 1, so he is on a quick lap. The medium tyres really not doing well for the GT3 still. Gielhud, oh, he's down on all sectors so far. Cedar not looking so quick. Mitchie Hoyer might be on one here. Where is Ayamulo? Ayamulo's down in 7th position at the minute. Cadillac, he has no time left. This is his last chance. He has improved on his own time so far. It's just whether this is going to be enough. Oh, Mitchie Hoyer's taking the checkered flag. He set a personal best 52.367. Cedar ahead of him, 52.341. Close as Ayamulo instantly gets overtaken by Moritz Ulrich. Moritz Ulrich taking pole position, provisional pole. Very near the end of the session. Ayamulo had it for a millisecond there. It was instantly taken away from him. Cedar, oh, cameraman going a bit wild. Here he comes off the Wellington Straight as Kobe Chan says, I would like a shot. Tip my hat in the ring for provisional pole position. Oh, and the Aston Martin sounds absolutely otherworldly. But he gets overtaken. Oh no, that's in the GT3s. Guidotti in the Porsche. Gets overtaken by Koifel in the Porsche. So there's Koifel. Purple in sector 1. Nascadasvili is still out on track. Let's see what he can do. Out of the last corner. He's purple sector 2 and 3. He goes 2nd place. It's not enough and Sidoric takes it. Takes 2nd, sorry. Sidoric takes 2nd place in the Lexus, and Bashir, who's had more than his fair shots up in the top 3, he's still out on track. The hypercars are done. And here comes Bashir. Oh, and he goes 3rd place. 206.6. That is absolutely wild. Wildly close. Yeah, Kobe Chan. Let's jump back to the studio. And we'll turn that off. There we go. So yeah, the qualifying there. What a session that was. Once again, the drivers absolutely on it. And the track evolution playing a huge part in that there. The track's just getting quicker and quicker and quicker. And the drivers really taking advantage of that. We've got Tecra Tube. That Falcon tyre scheme looks good. It does indeed, yeah. A lot of the liveries looking very, very, very nice indeed. We'll get the quality results up. Un momento. Yeah, the penultimate round tonight. We've got one more to go on the 6th of January. That's going to be a 2-hour race with some light drizzle. The drivers will be expecting some serious rain tonight. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. There we go. So there we go, confirmation then. 1 minute 50.783 takes it for Kobe Chan. Ahead of Arda Erkan and Moritz Ulrich. Dario Ayamulo in 4th place. Cedar in 5th. Bischoff 6th. Roth in 7th position. Then we're into the GT3s, of course. Koifel taking the top spot. Sidoric in 2nd and Bessier in 3rd. Championship leader David Nascadasvili could only manage 4th place, so got his work out for him tonight to bring home a race win. Let's get over. Let's go over to the track where the drivers are indeed starting to queue up. Oh yeah, there we go. We do have some GT3s. Let's see. Track temperature has only gone up ever so slightly. No rain on the horizon. Certainly threatened rain in the settings. Yeah, hopefully we get to see some. There we go, the engines coming to life. We've got 1 hour of racing, times 2 multiplier of course on the fuel for this evening with realistic tyre wear. Oh, and the track is wet. My apologies, I've missed that. The track is wet and the entire field is out on wet tyres. So we shall keep an eye on that as the race progresses and see yeah, how the track evolves. It's slippery in fact. Hopefully that's still coming through okay for everyone at home. Yeah, there we go. We're just getting into the weather of things. Let's get some aerial shots. There is both fields. It'll be a couple of laps. Yeah, it won't be long before we start seeing the hypercars and the GT3s mix in. Even in the hour race, there'll be a couple of attempts. Oh, and away they go then. That's the green flags. And there's an instant door banging from the hypercar. Florian Hammerl's just been involved, but yeah, Ulrich involved, and oh, they've gone right off at turn number 1. That is 2 Fisher Racing cars, and Moritz Ulrich instantly tumbling 11 positions. Kobe Chan as well, so they've both been absolutely caught out with the start of Kobe Chan, and now finds himself back involved in the GT3 race. And the GT3s, they've got off like absolute lightning. Koifel, Sidoric, Besser, Nastiasvili all holding position. Gadotti and Kalhov swapping positions, but it's Arda Erkan who's inherited. There we go, struggled with that one. The lead of the race. Ayamulo being promoted to a better podium position, although he's just been demoted back to his original starting position as Lucas Cedar finds himself on Fisher Racing up 2 positions, up to 2nd place, with Mitchie Hoyer got himself an absolutely right start. Now, he did start in... yeah, he's up to 5th place, sorry. So Hoyer finds himself now up into 5th position after a good start as well. Fabian Roth dropping a spot, Deschamps dropping 2. Yeah, Kobe Chan dropping right down to the back of the grid. And as I say, yeah, he is right in the middle of the GT3s. In fact, sorry, he's just cleared the GT3s and trying to catch up to Krylov and Ulrich ahead of him. Antonin involved in a bit of a battle there as well. Bachmeier is ahead of him. He's made up 2 spots. Bachmeier's... there's 2 of them, Patrick and Luca. So Luke has made up 4 spots and Patrick has made up 2, so they're 2 of them just at the front. This little group here, Antonin and Krylov. Up at the top of the hypercar field though is Erkan, the Falcon tyre livery. Was getting itself some love in the chat and is certainly getting it out on track at the minute with 1st place secure at the end of lap number 1. Lucas Cedar in 2nd place, Iamilo still in 3rd, Bischoff now up to 4th position for Team Nitro with Sven Gielhud in 5th place. Mitchie Hoyer in 6th position now, so he's been overtaken by Gielhud. Fabian Roth in 7th, Deschamps in 8th, Rogel in 9th place with Bachmeier, Patrick Bachmeier in 10th, and Luke Bachmeier in 11th position. A bit of a ways behind in the Porsche, but you can still firmly see, well, can he see the drivers ahead? No, he actually can't. As you can see, just a whole lot of spray going on in front of him. That is some tasty conditions out there. Not much in the way of rain falling in the grand scheme of things, but there is a lot of standing water out on track, and that does make it that extra bit spicy. Even if it does make the tyres that extra bit cool. There is Erkan, having a wiggle onto the Hamilton straight as they go side by side. Behind them is Iamilo and Cedar that are going side by side. They're battling for the position. There is the battle on screen now. There we go. And it is Cedar that's holding on to Iamilo, trying for everything he can to try and get past these cameras. There we go. Oh, and that is a nice move there. I think Cedar's maybe made a little bit of a mistake there. He's really relying on that grip on the outside, which of course he has managed to find. They're on the Wellington straight. He is going to hold on to 2nd place as he holds on to that car. As Iamilo still holding on to the cars behind him as well. That is Bischoff and Michi Hoyer, who is not far behind. Hoyer is back ahead of Gielhud. These 2 have been swapping positions. He's going to try for it around the outside on the exit to the Wellington straight. He's now got the inside line, and that's Hoyer. Threads the needle in the rain. Oh, and Iamilo loses the back end of the car. That is the perfect view for a tank slapper there. And imagine the 2 drivers behind had themselves a bit of a moment there. As they saw the back of Iamilo's car and actually saw most of the side of Iamilo's car as well. As it slid side to side, he's managed to hang on to it. He's held on to 3rd place while staying relatively close to Cedar. Nobody's staying close to Erkan at the minute. He is moving very quickly indeed. He's now 2 seconds ahead of the field, but Mitchie Hoyer setting the fastest lap so far in the hypercars. As they all battle away, Joseph Koifel doing much the same in the GT3s. He's a 2.5 up on Sidoric. He has just set the fastest lap. He's leading the way and setting fastest laps in the GT3. Sidoric in 2nd, Bisser in 3rd place. Nasvili Championship leader started 4th still in that 4th position with Coinsel behind him in 5th place. Guidotti in 6th and Manuel Fuchs up to 7th position. And as you can see, he is closing in on Guidotti in the Porsche, who's dropped a position so far in the race. I'm going to keep an eye on this battle between Iamilo and Cedar though, because it is an absolute barn burner. Although Marco Bischoff, my apologies, I missed that one there. Marco Bischoff, he's got the move done on Gielhud. Gielhud going for the back. Oh, and Bischoff in the Cadillac, they're just having a bit of a moment in the braking zone. The car almost aquaplaning there, and Bischoff, he was ahead of Gielhud. He now might be overtaken by Fabian Roth here. Roth Gets a very good exit there, and he's putting Bischoff under all kinds of pressure that Bischoff initially has applied onto himself. Into the Wellington straight we go. He's taking a slightly different line to avoid the spray coming up from ahead of him, which is going to be considerable. As you can see, you're fine in the corners, but then as soon as you get into a straight line, it is just a wall of mist. There is 4 cars on track ahead of him. Can't see any of them though. Especially from the angle. We could do with some better cameras on here. There we go. So yeah, Bischoff chasing once again. He thought he had the drop, didn't quite make it stick. Well, that's Mitchie Hoyer now up to 4th position. A bit of a wet specialist here. It seems like he has absolutely torn his way through the field, and he is right on the back of Ayamilo, who has got Cedar still firmly in his sights. There in the foreground is Arda Erkan leading the way in the hypercars with Cedar under pressure once again. He's not going for it there. It looked like he was on. All he's done is cost himself a bit of time into the corner, and and Hoyer, what a hold that is. Almost exactly the same as Ayamilo did, only half a lap ago. And Hoyer's found himself out on the grass. There is no grip there. You have to be so tentative with every input in that circumstance to hold the car, and he's managed to hold it. He's going to lose the position. Gielhud, it's Falcon v Falcon, and it's Falcon that comes out on top, but it's Sven Gielhud that has got himself ahead of Hoyer there. 2 wheels on the grass. And that has put a 1.5 seconds between Ayamilo and 4th place now, so he can concentrate on trying to get his way past Lucas Cedar. Oh, we've got a big battle going on for 2nd and 3rd in the GT3s. It's Sidoric and Becerra. Oh, Lexus v Kerbs. I think the Kerbs are going to win every time in that little equation, and they almost did that time as well. Fisher under pressure, the blue squad car climbing over that inside curb, trying to find a way through. Doesn't manage to force it this time around. This is just surely bringing Naskedashvili into the battle, and so too Clemens Kreutzel, who's already up 2 spots. And we can see Kreutzel isn't far behind at all. So yeah, that little 2-way battle going on, we were just watching, just going ahead there in the background of this picture. Oh, Sven Gielhud setting the fastest lap of the race in the GT3s. The temperature has actually dropped by 0.2 of a degree, and the rain currently at 24%, so not full precipitation, but definitely enough to keep the track wet. I do think we're going to see them running wet tyres for the entirety of the race. They've got an hour out there with double fuel consumption. Oh, and I tell you what, Naskedashvili taking a different line in the Mustang to Kreutzel in the Lexus, and the Lexus ahead there, you can see. Oh, and he's gone sideways. And he's gone sideways. He's got absolutely no grip there whatsoever, and Kreutzel is off to lift massively, and Naskedashvili can't believe his luck there at all. He has held that one patiently, and he's been gifted a couple of positions there. Becerra now 3rd, Kreutzel in 4th place, Gadotti, Fuchs, Sidoric is now in 8th position. Oh, he has tumbled down the order. He's now behind Kostinger as well. So he's down to 8th. He's got Kostinger just ahead of him, and teammate Rennie Felder closing in very handily indeed behind him as they're going side by side. Just behind Felder, that's Eichberger. Gets himself an overtake done. Oh yes, he does. It's the Lamborghini sandwiched by BMWs. That BMW behind the Lambo sandwiched by BMWs as well. We've got a Lexus at the back of this group. There's Lewis Bartow and Chowsty looking to come into the pits already. And that is Kalhov. My apologies, I missed that at the start, but Kalhov is down in 14th place. So Kalhov has tumbled down the order, and he finds himself in a very good position to make back a lot of positions here, given the battle that's going on around him. And Chowsty, as the driver he's just gone past, he's got Bartow, Rancano and Eichberger just ahead of him. Eichberger leading this little group. They're going to go side by side again. Oh, and there's a bit of a concertina effect there, and the BMW gets straightened up by the Lexus as Eichberger now sees Kalhoff, the Lexus, the BMW that is behind him. No, sorry. Eichberger is being chased by a Lexus, the Lexus of Kalhoff. I'm making this overly complicated for myself. Merry Christmas, everyone. But yeah, Eichberger then. 8th place. Karloff looking to make back more spots if he can. Oh, and that is a bit of a run wide by Rancano. That is not going to help. He's got a cause holding the positions, and he does in very short order lose 2. Oh, and he makes contact with the inside of the Lexus, and that is all it takes to send them off. Oh, and that is Karloff off as well. Karloff has just gone stage exit right on the way onto the Wellington Straight. That's cost him a lot of momentum, and it's going to cost him a position potentially against Lewis Bartow. No, it's not. Off the Wellington Straight, that's a whole lot of bump drafting in the braking zone there. That's not the cleverest move in these conditions. Not the cleverest move in any conditions, to be fair. Oh, and another clumsy contact there, and the driver behind Bartow having to take avoidant action, and Chousty then potentially going to be gifted an overtake because of what's going on ahead of him, and it's still going on ahead of him. Karloff is determined to get his way past Eichberger here by hook or by crook, sends it up the inside. Does he have the grip? The BMW just slots in behind him, and that is Karloff back up to 10th position then. Yeah, absolutely blood, guts and racing in the GT3s. It's very close still in the hypercars. Mitchie Hoyer recovering from that earlier incident, still running in 5th. It's now Cedar in 4th with Sven Gielhud up to 3rd place. He's taken the fastest lap in the early stages, or he's set a fastest lap in the early stages. He is now, as I say, 3rd place. He's only 1 second behind Ayamilo, who is in 2nd, and Arda Erkan. He set the fastest lap of the race in the opening couple of laps. Hasn't done so since, but you don't need to be fast if you are the fastest, if you are the most consistent. This is where Erkan is excelling at the moment. Very rarely out with half a second of his own fastest lap, which is only a few tenths off the fastest lap in the hypers, and that is what is keeping him in the lead, although it is a lead that is slightly diminishing now down to under a second in fact. Into the braking zone, Ayamilo, just as I'm waxing lyrical about Erkan's consistent pace, Ayamilo just starts driving that a little bit quicker, and he is closing the gap, but he is being chased along by Gielhud. That's going to be some battle when he gets here. Mitchie Hoyer as well, he's still battling with Fisher Racing's Lucas Cedar. Cedar up to 4th place, and feeling all kinds of pressure at the minute. Those cars looking so sketchy when you put the foot down in these conditions, and there's still a battle going on for the podium in the GT3s. Oh, the rain really is the great equaliser. Becer in 3rd place, Coinsel in 4th, but it's championship leader Naskidas Vili, who's made it up to 2nd place, was gifted one of those positions, all things considered, and he is holding on to that gift. Did not look this gift horse in the mouth, let's just say that. He is 7 seconds down though on Joseph Koifel. We'll come back to that battle. We've mentioned Erkan, let's mention Koifel as well. Absolutely flying. He is 7 seconds ahead of the rest of the GT field. We get the puddles on the side of the track there, and there is the rest of the GT3s. So that is quite the gap that he has got, and that gap is only going to increase while they're all jumping all over one another's driving lines. Do we get rear view mirrors? No, we don't. We really need to fix that. So yeah, let's jump on here and get a look and see how this battle is shaping up. That was the fastest lap coming in for Kobe Chan. Kobe on a comeback charge. He's back up to 9th position after making contact in the opening couple of laps with Ulrich, who is behind him in 10th place, 2.5 seconds behind him in fact. So Kobe making slightly better recovery drive at the moment, but he has just set a fastest lap, so he's going to be one to watch. Certainly in the closing stages. This is only the first quarter of the race run so far. Still got 44 minutes and a whole lot of hectic running through the pitch. Look at those puddles on the side of the track, absolutely wild. Running through the pits as well. I do distract my own train of thought often, my apologies. But yeah, very wet conditions out there. Huge puddles. Just lying in wait to ruin a race for any driver that dare venture into them. Oh, and that is a bit deep by Nascadasvili. He's really done well to hold the grip there, and I tell you what, Coinsel is going to lose both of them. He is going to lose a bit of time to Becerre. That is a very good exit by the both of them. This battle absolutely intense between these two. We'll jump onto the rear spot. In fact, we're not getting internal. There we go. Yeah, so this is the battle for second and third in the GT3s, and in fact in the hypercars. This is the battle for first, second and third. So Erkan's consistency has held him in good stead in these opening 17 minutes, but the pace of the cars behind is now starting to tell. Cedar and Hoyer are losing time hand over fist as well. They're now over 3 seconds. Erkan on the brakes there. Oh, there's been a contact. Oh, and Ayumulo survived. The Mercedes of Hammerall has gone round there after that contact, and it is the carbon fibre Cadillac that's managed to get itself keep itself going. Wow, yeah, that is an unfortunate contact there. That was, of course, Florian Hammerall. He finds himself down 4. Started in 11th. He did get himself involved in a lap 2 incident from my telemetry here, and he now finds himself, as I say, down in 15th position. Finds himself the wrong way as well. Oh, good evening, BSR Nico. Sidoric turning like he was alone. Nice. Yeah, some interesting driving there. Yeah, there's some serious eyes all over the place here. Not entirely sure we're going to be able to catch everything that's going on. It's an incredible race. It's still going on up on the podium, and in fact it's a 3-way battle now for second place, as the gang of Lexi, or the pair of Lexi, sorry, now ganging up on the Mustang. And here comes Guidotti as well. We've seen what a Porsche can do here. Joseph Koifel leading the way, and now this battle is turning into a 4-way battle for second place, as Guidotti is catching up as well. They really need to fix. There we go. So yeah, Guidotti getting himself involved. There's Nascadasvili into turn number 1, being followed by Becerre and Coinsel. Guidotti hanging on the back of this one. The high-pitched Porsche engine absolutely tearing away. And Guidotti free to get involved in this one. He's got Sidoric 4 seconds behind him, so no worries about Sidoric suddenly appearing behind him unless he makes contact. Oh, Mitchie Hoyer looking close as well. Let's jump on board there, because he is still chasing down Lucas Cedar, and they're still losing time. Not quite so much though to the cars ahead. I think the traffic actually helping them at stages. The gap's still at 3 seconds. Ayumulo has still got half of 3 seconds separating the top 3 as again they're making their way through the traffic. Ayumulo up to 7 tenths down. Gielhud 7 tenths down as well. Looks like a bit of damage on in front of the Lexus. Oh no, it's just the paint job. Oh, and Ayumulo, I think he's gone off track there. It's Ayumulo just had a moment. Oh, and it's all kinds of wilding out there. That is some crazy saves by Ayumulo and Gielhud. Onto the Hamilton straight. That is such a tricky corner. I can't even. I struggle to get a Ferrari 296 through there. There and the bottom of the hill at Bathurst. Just I cannot get the brake into the acceleration zone right there at all. But that is me. Ayumulo and Gielhud got it slightly wrong there, but all kinds of got it right with the saves. And Erkan sailed through there, and that's given him an extra 1.5 seconds of a cushion to the drivers behind him. It's amazing how much the traffic plays a part in these races. But that's what it's all about, interacting with the traffic. These three certainly looking to interact with themselves. Coinsel still at the back of this little group. Becerre flashing the lights, trying to find a way past Guidotti. Just biding his time, watching intently. We've also got Valentin Kalhov, of course, starting in 5th place in his legs. It's been some argy-bargy a bit further down the field. He is back up to 10th place ahead of Eidberger. In Schausty up to 12th, Bartle up to 13th, Rancano and Hammerl down to 14th and 15th. We've also got a battle just outside the top 10 in the hypercars. Again, they're getting themselves involved in the traffic. It's Luke Bachmeyer and Robin Deschamps. Porsche v Cadillac at the moment. Deschamps down from a starting position of 8th, so he's looking to gain back some spots if he can. Kobe Chan looking to gain back some spots as well. He's taking the fastest lap of the race and he's about to take Marco Bischoff's position in 6th as he sends it up the inside. Full commitment there from the Aston Martin. Absolutely nails it into Chapel there. Beautiful manoeuvre. Not much of a defence from Bischoff. I think he realises just how much quicker that Aston Martin is, although it doesn't look very clever on the brakes here. It wasn't exactly on the line he would have preferred to be on after getting that overtake done, but he has managed to hold on to the car, finds himself with the Fisher Racing Lexus just ahead. Hamilton straight navigated, and that's Kobe Chan back up to 6th place. Where else do we have? Oh, and that is side by side by side by side. It's Mitchie Hoyer looking for the move on Cedar. Is this going to be the one as we've got the battle? Oh, and they've made contact and he's managed to hold on to it. Cedar, though, he's ended up running wide. Hoyer takes it inside line. Cedar is going to have a bit better acceleration here, and I think that's what he might have planned after the contact. I thought, yeah, the contact, this is how we're going to settle this. Or fix it once again. Give us some good camera views here, please. There we go. And the Mustang's getting overtaken as well. Nascadashvili is about to lose 2nd place in the GT3s into the braking zone of the final 2 corner as Cedar and Hoyer going for it. And Hoyer finds himself off track again, comes straight back on, very nicely indeed. And here comes Kobe Chan. Kobe Chan, not deterred by what's going on ahead. He is going to get himself involved in a 3 wide. On the way out with the last corner, much like they're doing in the GT3s, where Besser has got that move signed, sealed and delivered. He is up to 2nd place. Nascadashvili now in 3rd position. Coinster still in 4th with Gadotti still watching the free show that he's getting ahead of him. We're watching because we've got Ayamulo and Erkan about to go toe to toe for the lead. They were 3 tenths apart. Oh, and there is the leader of the GT3s. Just being overtaken there. Mitchie Hoyer is back behind Cedar, but Kobe Chan is now lurking. He is the fastest hypercar out on track, and he has got 2 battling cars ahead of him. That's only fares well for him. Has an early look up the inside of Hoyer, and Hoyer runs that little bit wider. Chan takes the inside line. Oh, and he's lost it on the curbs. And that's Mitchie Hoyer off into the realm of shadow. Oh, and that's a big contact with the wall there. Yeah, we caught that on screen there. He just foot down on the other side of the curb. The car bounced once, and that's all it takes. Especially in these conditions. Oh, he's absolutely wrestling that thing down into 13th place. Oh, and he's gone again. The back end's gone. The tyres are absolutely cooked. He's going to be stuck in the gravel. All kinds of nightmare for Hoyer. That is him down to 15th position. What? Incredibly bad luck. 11 laps and 1 minor mistake, and that's it. Off and into the wall, and that was a big hit with the wall. Oh, the top 2 have made contact. They're both sideways, and it's going to be Gielhud. Gielhud has been absolutely gifted this one as these 2 come together again, and Lucas Cedar is going to find himself up on the podium. Surely no, he's not, because Koifo, the leader of the GT3 cars, is coming upon this absolute stramash out of the last corner, and that might be the only thing that saved Ayamulo from completely losing the podium there. Lucas Cedar, wow, talk about riding your luck on 1 lap. Survives the contact with Mitchie Hoyer, and then he is absolutely handed gift wrap. Christmas, Merry Christmas to Lucas Cedar. He's been gift wrapped the slipstream of the podium. Basically, there is Ayamulo and there is Arde Erkan. So these 2 are still battling, but it's for 2nd and 3rd because Sven Gielhud cannot believe his luck right now. What a change around that's gone to. Instantly, he's got a 5-second lead. So there you go, folks. If you've ever wondered just how scary it is driving in the wet, that is how quickly fortunes can change. 5 seconds in the lead for Sven Gielhud, and he's got the second, third and fourth all on top of one another with previous form in this race for getting fully involved in the racing action. That is looking good for him at the moment. Where is Kobe Chan, fastest driver on the track? There he is, down 7th position for Kobe at the moment. He's got Ross and Bischoff now ahead of him after getting involved in that little incident himself. And we've still got battles going on in the GT3s, of course, while we tried to sort out what was going on in the hypercars. Naskadashvili and Keinzel haven't quite sorted out who's finishing in second and who's finishing in third at the moment, and we absolutely love to see it. We're fast approaching the halfway mark of the race. We've got 3 minutes left to go until we get there. We'll see the drivers, I believe, coming in just after the halfway mark to get themselves fueled up to run to the end. Can confirm no one has been into the pits so far. He's almost into the rear splitter on the way to Wellington once again. One of my favourite corner complexes. Those last few corners there. Those drivers are having all the fun through there at the moment. Looking down the field, Eichberger still involved in some battles. He's got Inchauste just behind him, half a second. Barto in 12th place. And where is he? He's about a second down, which, as we've seen so far, is absolutely nothing in this race. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Marin Besser, though, after getting involved in that other battle that was seen, he has dropped all the way down to 9th position. So yeah, while all that was going on, I'm not sure if we did catch that one on the screen, but Besser is down to 9th place. So he's lost at least 6 spots there. That's put Gudotti up to 4th. So Gudotti's up to 4th. He's got Sidoric behind him in 6th place. Coinsel chasing Naskadashvili. Oh, and Iamilo is all over the back of Erkan once again. Can he craft out an overtake this time? Last time it didn't go quite so well for themselves and others around them. No, nothing doing off the Hamilton straight this time around. So let's go back to the podium battle in the GT3s. Coinsel and Naskadashvili. Oh yeah, completely different lines for the two of them through that corner. We'll keep an eye on this back. Oh, now I tell you what, Iamilo has got himself past Erkan. He has got himself past, but Erkan looking to fight straight back again along the Wellington straight as Iamilo moves over to make a late defensive move over to the right, which he does, and then Erkan looks to switch it. Signalled for the inside, then meant to go to the outside. Iamilo just held his line, and he holds the back tyres there. They've managed to avoid contact this time around out with the last corner. It is Iamilo on the inside line. Erkan looking for room on the outside through the puddle and the curbs, and that's going to slow him down just enough to keep Iamilo at least temporarily in the lead, flying along the start-finish straight. It's Iamilo who is in the lead because Gielhud's coming at the pits. I did not see that. Gielhud's coming at the pits. Everyone else is requesting a pit stop, but Gielhud's come in just before the halfway mark of the race, and that might be an astute time to do so given the amount of traffic that they're about to hit once again. Oh, has he pulled himself an absolute blinder there? Instantly the rest of the hypercar field hitting their pit request button, so they're all going to answer the leader on the next lap. The pit box, the pit lane's going to be absolutely wild at the end of this lap. But we'll see where our race leader comes back out of the pits. Gielhud on the exit. He's going to come back out in 13th place, so that's how close the field are. In fact, yeah, Antonen's come in as well. Mitchie Hoyer has been in also. Oh, sorry, my apologies. So Hoyer has been in. He came in a lap ago and got himself refueled, so he is now running to the end. Gielhud, 12th place in fact, confirmed out of the pits. Krylov in the pits. Antonen on the way out. Iamilo now on absolute fumes along with Erkan, and Marco Bischoff as well. He is going to be very, very close to zero. when he comes into the pits. There's a lot of views there, and the GT3s are all following suit. They have all requested pit stops as well now that the halfway mark has been reached and breached. Joseph Kuipel, he is going to come back out in the lead. He's got a 13.5 second lead over the rest of the GT3 field, and that lead is just increasing lap on lap with the amount of time that these two spend within half a second of one another. It has been an absolute ding-dong battle between the two of them, and it is going to continue. They're going to follow one another into the pits. And no doubt out again. Who's got the upper hand in the pits? Oh, they're both at 4% fuel. I don't think anyone's going to be changing tyres. Gielhood was only stationary. Oh no, he was stationary for 43 seconds. Antonin 39. There is everyone coming in. Bischoff, Chan, Erkan, Ayamilo. Yep, they're all coming in the pits. In the hypercars. Oh, and the Porsche has made a meal of his stop there. He's managed to absolutely hammer on the brake. That's a lot of time being rotated by the AI. But there you can see an absolute row of the hypercars. Sven Gielhud, the race leader, when he came into the pits, he's come back out in 12th. And he is going to fly past quite a few of these cars. We'll see if he's done enough to maintain the lead. Kobe Chan with a very quick service time, only 35 seconds, so that's already a 3-second advantage over Gielhud. And there's Kobe Chan out with the pits, and Sven Gielhud is coming out the first corner, and it is Kobe Chan. What a turnaround that is then. Sorry, 8 seconds. His pit stop was 8 seconds quicker, and that has given Kobe Chan the lead of the race on the way out. He's had to take on less energy, it looks like, and that has put him in the lead. What a move that is. Ayamilo's now third with Erkan in 4th place. It's Roth in 5th and Ulrich in 6th. Cedar is in 7th with Bachmeyer's Patrick and Luke 8th and 9th. Deschamps in 10th with Bischoff in 11th. Antonin in 12th. Krylov in 13th. Michi Hoyer in 14th, and Rogel is DNF'd. And can confirm everyone did come back out on the wet tyres as well, because rain has increased to 31%. So there is definitely more on track now than when the race started. Guidotti has got the job done as well. He was 9 seconds quicker in the pits than anyone else, and he's come back out in 2nd place. Who says that race patience isn't a race driver's best friend? Certainly not Mattia Guidotti. He's up to 2nd. Coinsel now in 3rd place. Sidoric in 4th, and Naskidashvili, championship leader, in 5th position. Manuel Fuchs in 6th. Is René Felder in 7th. Kostinger in 8th. Besser in 9th place, and Louis Barto up to 10th position. And that is almost everyone being in the pits. In fact, Valentin Kalhov is a DNF as well. Florian Hamerl just exiting the pits. He is the last car to take a pit stop. The Mercedes driver back out in 14th place. What a turnaround that has been though. Kobe Chan turned to the top spot after an opening lap contact, dropped him, tumbled him down the order. What a comeback drive he has been on. The Aston Martin absolutely all conquering in the rain, it looks like. I mean, there's not even a looks like, it just absolutely is. Yeah, tell you what, we'll go for that one there. Yeah, let's watch that. Bear with me a moment or two. Quick pit stop for the commentator, but we will keep an eye on any close battles until I return. here we go then. At this stage, we keep an eye on the battles, and it's a battle for the lead in the hypercars once again. It's Sven Gielhud, this time involved in a straight battle. He got handed the lead of the race before he came into the pits, and he's now fighting his way to take the lead of the race. Now we've come out of the pits, he's got that one absolutely signed, sealed and delivered. What a move that is. Chan nowhere near got the pace he had before he came into the pits, and he's been absolutely hammered there by Gielhud. And we've got Dario Iamulo, who is not messing about in that Cadillac. He is setting some quick times at the moment. It's certainly quicker than the two ahead of him. In the GT3s, it's Koifel back in the lead. Guidotti in second place, Council in third, and Sidoric back up to fourth position. Nastasvili still in fifth, Fuchs and Felder 6th and 7th still, so good improvement in the race for them. Besser still on a comeback. He's within 7/10 of Anthony Costinger ahead of him. So he'll be hoping to get further into the top 10 and recoup as many points as he can. Kobe Chan's not giving up on this battle though. He now finds himself around the outside on the last corner. Is he going to be able to make this one stick into turn number 1? It's going to be an interesting one if the camera will keep up. And yeah, he's got this one done. And Iamulo says, thank you very much, chaps. I'm very much getting myself involved in this one here. So here he comes. Right on the back. You don't get a good side shot with the Cadillac. Oh, I tell you what, that is a very close shot indeed. As the Lamborghini makes contact with Kobe Chan, he's going to have a little bit of a wiggle. That's going to send him slightly sideways. It's going to put him to the back of this pack surely, and it's, oh, wow, he's going right over into that puddle there to take as wide a line as possible. But as Iamulo now finds himself up into second place as Kobe Chan. Yeah, just having a little bit of contact with the car, one of the GT3s there, and he now finds himself stuck at the back of this little battle. Let's find, there we go. Yeah, on to Hamilton we go once again. Only a 10th and a half between second and third. Oh, big lift by Chan before the right-hander. Into the Village Complex we go. Oh, he's looking very quick indeed. Full send up the inside, hammers on the brakes to get the car stopped. He's rotated there, he's made a bit of contact with the front of Iamulo. He's ended up off track there. They're all over the place as Arde Erkan getting himself involved. Erkan has snuck up on this battle while I was not paying attention. He's got himself in the third place. Iamulo now down in the fourth. They're making contact again on the way onto the Wellington Straight. They both survived this time. But only one of them is going to be on the podium as we exit the Wellington Straight, and it's going to be Arde Erkan. Dario Iamulo has gone from battling from first to trying to hold on to third place in the space of a few corners, and he just manages to hang on to it with his fingernails here. But Arde Erkan is on the outside line. Nope, doesn't manage to use that to his advantage this time. Oh, what a battle this is at the top of the hypercars. Chan in second place. All the while Gielhud, yeah, a second ahead. It's fairly settled down in the GT3s apart from Marin Bessier. He is trying to get his way past Costinger. That gap has closed up significantly since Costinger was overtaken by the hypercars that we've just seen on screen. They've got another hypercar closing up on them as well. We'll see if Besser can use this one to his advantage to try and get his way past. Still got 18 minutes left, so plenty of time to get the job done. But it is going to be, oh, there we go. Goes full send there, using the traffic once he can. The Lamborghini wild on that inside curve. He's not going to have much grip at all. And yep, big wiggle onto the Hamilton Straight there. He's surely going to be eyeing up a move into the right-hander here. Yep, he's got himself ahead. And that is Besser back up to 8th place just before we get into the Village Complex. Arde Erkan not long exiting. In fact, Kobe Chan, he's only 3/10 behind. There we go. There's more action. In fact, yeah, there are the GT3s we've just seen battling. More interactions with the hypercars. Oh, and that's very close between the Lexus and the Aston there. Very close indeed. Chan does survive as Joseph Koifel still prospering in the rain. Although, yeah, the amount of rain falling is now dropped to 3%, 2% in fact, so we're going to see a drop in the amount of rain, so the track is going to start to dry out with 17 to go. There is fastest laps coming in. Coinsell has just set the fastest in the GT3s. He's just on a 2:14.5. And in fact, Sidoric has just beat that time in the GT3s, and Gilhud has just gone fastest in the... No, he's not, because he's just been beaten. Kobe Chan's just gone quickest in the hypercar. So yeah, the lap times are about to tumble. So the track is, once again, much like qualifying, it's getting quicker towards the end of the session. Oh, and Chan maybe just pushing his luck a little bit there. Testing those limits. Don't want to do that too much. He's currently got himself second place. Oh, is that battle still going on behind Arda Erkan? Eyeing up Ayamulo once again. Oh, Ayamulo is really using that inside curve. The drivers have clearly got a growing confidence in the amount of grip that they're getting out on those curves. Oh, and he's thrown himself a bit deep. That's four wheels on the gravel. Oh, and that is a whole lot of bouncing suspension, or a whole lot of suspension travel, sorry. Now he's only saving grace, plenty of water on the track to wash the gravel off, but that has given Ayamulo a nice bit of a clear rear view mirror now. He can concentrate on closing 1.8 seconds to Kobe Chan and Sven Gilhud, who are still very, very, very closely contesting the lead of the hypercars. In the GT3s, not to be outdone, here comes Mark Sidoric, looking to make quite the comeback drive. He was outside the top 10, he now finds himself in 4th place. And he is getting very, very, very close indeed to Matteo Guidotti. Only 4 tenths separating them out of the last corner. Keufel's just completed his 19th lap, and it was the fastest lap in a GT3 car into the 2:13s. We'll see a few more drivers in there as well pretty soon, I think. And there is Gilhud goes quicker again, and instantly loses that top spot to Kobe Chan once again. Ayamulo about a second down on the time. We'll see what he does across the line this time. There's Kobe Chan, in fact, on screen, and there's Ayamulo. 2:1.2, so he was only 3 tenths down on the drivers ahead. Kobe Chan making his way through there very nicely indeed. Ayamulo does the same. Perfectly done for all concerned. That's Fabian Roth. Oh no, my apologies. I think that is Mitchie Hoyer, who was just in the back in there. He has run down 14th after that big contact sub off the track. Let's see what Sidoric can do against Guidotti. Now they've got clear of the hypercar traffic. Oh, that is so close. The Porsche surely going to struggle at the top end, especially with the Lexus doing the chase and getting that extra pull from the slipstream. Is he going to send it up the inside? Yeah, it's not even a send, he's already got his way past. I think the Porsche might even have lifted ever so slightly there. No point in overly battling that given Sidoric's pace. So that is Sidoric back up to third. He's got 14 minutes to make up 2 seconds to Coinsell ahead. No one is challenging Josef Koifel. It is an absolutely dominant display by the Porsche driver. 19 laps in, being completely unchallenged up at the front of the field in the GT3s. Managed to get his pit stop the same lap as everyone else, so he came back out. Oh yeah, sorry, no, he did come out slightly behind Guidotti, but very quickly closed that again. He's just going faster and faster at the minute. The rain now down to 1%, so very little falling from the sky now. Yeah, there you can see there's practically nothing falling from the sky, so the track is going to dry out for the next 13 minutes. The wet tyres are going to get themselves a bit of a cooking, but they should survive. Chan has just done A 2 minute .9 wasn't valid though, so he's breached the track limits. Needs to keep an eye on that. Doesn't want to be pulling the drive-through in these closing. He's definitely in the hunt for a podium. Now, Emilio looks like he was looking for the wetter part of the track. They're trying to keep the tyres slightly, keep them cooler for longer. Although the rain is capitulating. We've got a bit more, so the track got quicker. It might get slower a bit now, actually. The rain has increased ever so slightly. Track temperature down to 18 degrees, so we've lost a couple of degrees track temperature. We've lost a lot of rain falling from the sky, but we've gained some ambient temperature. That looked like a big contact with the curbs once again. And Joseph Koifel now finds himself surrounded by the podium as Iamilo finds the back of the car doing the complete opposite of what he wanted. And that is a stage exit left there. Through the village complex and on the Wellington Straight. And that is Iamilo now finds himself firmly behind Erkan. 1.6 seconds down Erkan then within a second of Kobe Chan. That has changed the lay of the land there. And the Cadillac finding itself ejected from the podium, so it's BMW, Aston, BMW this time around. As Gielgud, did have the fastest lap. Erkan instantly takes it from him. 59.3 for Gielgud and Erkan 59.4 for Kobe Chan. There was another battle going on in the GT3s, I believe. Tell you what, take that out as well. Yeah, perfect. Sorry, yeah, battle in the GT3s. Oh yeah, Kostinger and Becerre. They're still within a second. So Becerre did manage to get the move done on Kostinger, but he certainly not managed to shake him free. Not made much of an impact on the gap to Rennie Felder ahead. So 8th place might be where Marin Becerre has to settle for this time around. Luis Barto, he's already made up 3 places in the race. He's got Inchausti ahead of him. Inchausti up 5 himself to get into the top 10. Let's see what he can do. If he can fend off the advances of Barto. But these two, 8 places between them have made, so a good race so far for both of them. Robin Deschamps looking to improve on his 9th place. He started in 9th, but he's got Patrick Bachmeier ahead of him. Bachmeier starting in 12th place, finds himself in 8th position at the moment, with less than 10 minutes to go. So that is certainly be considered a good race. I would say up 4 in the top 10 in the top split. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Although it might be 9th place is Deschamps, made very short work of that indeed. That is a phenomenal move through Village, and on the way onto Wellington is Robert Deschamps that finds himself ahead. Although Bachmeier not happy to just give him the position. He's going to hold this off the Wellington Straight into the final corner. He's not quite going to be side by side. He was trying to hold that line there, not quite able to do so. Deschamps still in the hand, and he does hold on to it indeed. Bachmeier doing the best he could there, but it has been overtaken. More importantly for him, he is finishing ahead of Luke Bachmeier, which I'm sure will be the #1 priority. Marco Bischoff, the driver, in between them. He started in 7th, currently down in 10th place. But he is going a bit quicker than the drivers ahead, with 1.3 to make up. Might get a position before the end. He may well get a position before the end. Oh wow, well, for a drastic increase in the amount of rain falling. It has definitely picked back up again, just to keep the drivers more interested. As you can see there, that is absolutely falling. Yep, cameras on that car, not the best. Now, so it's picking back up again. Let's see, Ayamulo is within 9/10 of a second. And I think, is that Mitchie Hoyer? Yes, it is. So it's Hoyer he's got behind him in 14th place. So that was a blue flag. These two could easily be fighting for podium positions. But Hoyer finding himself quite a bit down the grid at the moment. Dario Ayamulo still looking to close in on a podium. Himself and Erkan have fought for podium positions so far in this race. If they do re-engage, it's going to be for third, as Erkan is a second and a half down on Chan, who's 2 seconds down on Sven Gielhud. As I mentioned, his patience is absolutely paid off spectacularly. Gifted the lead of the race after the drivers around him made contact, and he's come back out the pits. He's put an absolute charge on, put a phenomenal move on Kobe Chan to take the lead, and has even managed to do a bit of defending as well. Stood his ground firmly, and he is going to bring home a well-deserved race win if he can keep it between the mayo and the mustard for the next 7 minutes. Yeah, still got plenty of fuel in the tank as well. Big shout to Clemens Koifel as well. Can't underestimate what he's done. That is a 5-position game for Koinzel. 4 spots. He's made it up to 2nd place, so that is a great drive for the Fisher racing car. And he's got 3.7 seconds ahead. He is 3.7 seconds ahead of Sidoric, so it's going to take quite a miracle for Sidoric to catch, especially. Up there, apologies. Especially as he's got championship leader Naskadashvili considerably closer to him than he is to Koinzel. That's 1.2 seconds of a gap there. And Chaiste and Eichberger are still pretty close as well. And that is somewhat of an understatement. 7/10. These two have had a great battle over the race so far. And Chaiste starting in 15th. Making it up to 12th. So some good places made up. Not as many, of course, as Gielhud though. Started in 9th place. And is leading the way and leading the charge on the laps as well. Very, again, another race leader putting in very consistent times. Only a 1/10 of a second separating the lap time for his previous 2 laps. Sorry, for his previous lap and the quickest lap of the race. Kobe Chan looking to make it interesting though. Oh, now a couple of the drivers requested pit stops in the hypercars and one in the GT3s. They've all got plenty of fuel. Surely not a tyre issue. They're not. No, there won't be. The rain is. Wow, the rain's piled on. We're now up to back up to 25%. So yeah, the rain is really starting to fall. Whoa, both drivers having themselves a bit of fun off the Wellington straight there, I do declare. They have both survived though. No. Oh, apologies, I'm trying to update. No, please don't. There we go, thank you. Yes, let's update. It's 6/10 of a second between Chan and Gielhud. This one getting very close once again in the GT3's. Koifel is 14 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. It has been an absolute dominant display. And Naskadashvili, as I mentioned, he's going to be more concerned with Sidoric than he is with Koinzel ahead of him. Koinzel, his charge for a 2nd place being ever aided by the battle that is now brewing between Sidoric and Naskadashvili. Naskadashvili, championship leader, has gained a position so far in the race, and Sidoric has lost a couple since qualifying. So we'll see if they do swap positions around again. We'll put Naskadashvili back to where he started in 4th place. Sidoric absolutely chasing him down and Naskerazvili can confirm he has breached the track limits a couple of times. He's got a couple of warnings hanging over his head here, so he does need to be firm but fair with the track limits while defending from Siduric, who does look the quicker of the two at the moment. He is absolutely destroying him through Village. Oh, he's just about destroyed the front of the car on the way to the Wellington Straight. Does survive though. Yep, a little bit of a wiggle there on the AstroTurf, just on the other side of the curves. Again, those standing water puddles, yeah, no room at the end there, too far back, although someone else ahead of them is just locked up. I wonder if that's Koitzel. No, 5.3. Oh, maybe now. Yeah, he just needs to behave himself. He's got this one pretty much in the bag. Kobe Chan and Gil Hudo. This one's still very much in contention. 2 minutes between the two of them. Down to 9% left on the fuel by the look of it. And they're all requesting pit stops, and Ayamulo is requesting another shot at a podium position, and it's at the Erkan that holds the keys to this one. And Ayamulo got much more fuel, himself and Fabian Roth in fact, both still in double figures, while the cars ahead all sitting at 8%. Oh, and Ayamulo once again choosing the Fast and the Furious line through the final couple of corners. Trying to get as much power down as quickly as possible in that Cadillac to get Erkan's BMW behind him. Nothing doing there so far. Let's see what he's got heading along the start-finish straight. We can see there the cars behind. Oh, now Erkan's run a bit wide there. That is going to be very close to track limits. He needs to be careful. Do not be picking up a drive-through this close to the end of the race. I've got another battle that's just evolved as well. Fabian Roth and Lucas Seidar getting themselves involved by the championship. It's going to look interesting after this race. Bischoff and Bachmeier are still battling. Patrick Bachmeier, 9th place. He's got Team Nitro's Marco Bischoff hunting him down though. It's all happening in the last minute, that's for sure. Let's see, Sidoric. And yeah, so Sidoric chasing down for 3rd place in the GT3s. Felder chasing down Fuchs. These two making up a few spots through the race as well, but we've still got the top two in the hypercars, and 3rd and 4th in the hypercars. All right on top of one another. And they've all got traffic still to get through with only 12 seconds left of the race. Where is Sven Gilhud? He is going to be coming to the finish line. He's off the Wellington Straight, 3 seconds left, so this is going to be it. He's going to cross the line, and this is for the win. He's done enough in that last sector there to put over a second now between himself and Kobe Chan. But round number 5 of the Nitro Concepts LMU Series Season 0.5 is going to go to Sven Gilhud. A fastest lap of 58.8. The consistency of the absolute gods as Gilhud takes the checkered flag. Great race win for him. Chan in 2nd place in the Aston. It's going to be Arda Erkan that is going to hold on to take 3rd place from Dario Ayamulo in 4th position. Lucas Seidar is going to get himself 5th ahead of Roth, who's ahead of Ulrich in 7th. Deschamps in 8th place. Marco Bischoff is now in 10th, yeah, behind Bachmeier. Let's see where Josef Keufel is. That is that Village? Yes, it is. He's just coming into the Village now, so Keufel is going to cross the line. He is going to take the win. Is Sidoric going to take 3rd place? Have they been given the flag? No, that's the Hamilton Straight. So easy to get this course the wrong way around. Here is Keufel though. Coming on to the Wellington Straight now. He's only got a few hundred yards left to claim himself a victory here in round number 5. What a drive it's been. Absolutely dominant in the GT3s. 15.7 seconds ahead of the rest of the field in the Iron Dames Porsche. And he will be absolutely delighted. Yeah, Gilhud and the gang already. Keufel having a bit of fun round the last corner. Yeah, rightfully so. When you've got that much of a lead. We'll see across the line as we see, yep, there we go, Sidoric and Nascarasvili, they're still battling away, but once he Council across the line, he's going to take second place as Nascarasvili going to hang on to third. It looks like he is, so yeah, bit of a wiggle there from Sidoric. So there is Kreinzel crossing the line, claiming second place, straight back to the pits. Didn't want to be out in that rain any longer. Nascarasvili, championship leader, does find his way on to the podium after a tough drive back ahead of Sidoric and Guidotti in 5th, 6th place for Manuel Fuchs, who finishes ahead of René Felder in 7th. Marin Bessier got himself back up to 8th place with Anthony Kostinger finishing in 9th position. An absolutely phenomenal race there once again. You have got to love you've got to love LFM, and you've certainly got to love multi-class racing around Silverstone in the wet. You absolutely cannot go wrong with that. Sven Gielhood, as we saw there, claiming the top spot in the Hypers. Chan and Sicken and Erkan in 3rd place. And in fact, we can leave that on, and that on. Yeah, and we'll get ourselves up the results. Yeah, we'll get them up in uno momento. But yeah, that was of course round number 5. Spa, Imola, Portimao, Monza, all now joined by Silverstone for round number 5. Next up is Le Mans, an hour and 20 minutes for that one. So a 2-hour race, times 1 on the fuel, times 2 on the time. So it's going to be like a 4-hour race. For the tyres and fuel. It's going to be yeah, some pit stop madness on that one. Of course, the top 3 in each split vying for the Immersion Win bundle, the Silver Edition Legend Gaming Chair by Noble Chairs, and a €500 voucher for caseking.de for Thrustmaster products. So yeah, that is what the drivers are after. As I say, we'll get the results up in a moment or two. Hope everyone has enjoyed the race this evening, and indeed all year. I believe this is the last stream on the English channel before the end of the year. I was here just before Christmas. I'm here just before the new year as well. It does seem strangely fitting, given us Scots do like to celebrate Hogmanay. But yeah, I hope everyone has had a phenomenal Christmas. The most festive of tidings from everyone at LFM. Huge thank you to everyone that's tuned in over the year on Twitch and YouTube, helping both channels grow exponentially. And yeah, big thanks from everyone at LFM and the drivers as well, because yeah, it's quite the show they. And yeah, I know they are eternally grateful for everyone that tunes in and cheers them on, so thank you on behalf of them as well. We'll be back next year, of course. We're straight into it on the 3rd of January with more AC, ACC and the finale of this season as well. 3 seasons decided in 1 week. Oh yes, it's going to be quite the week, so make sure you do tune back in for that. As I say, we're just waiting on the results to hit. Make sure, of course, as well, you get yourself over to the LFM website, get yourself involved in the racing. The more the merrier out on track. There is splits for all talent levels, it is safe to say. 200, well, how many drivers are out now, actually? 277,000. Assetto Corsa Competizione, Assetto Corsa Automobilista 2, Race Room. Let's go the F4s. Le Mans Ultimate, iRacing, and WRC. All catered for, so get yourself over there and get signed up. I'm going to share the link to that in the chats. There, of course, you get the link to the Discord. Jump in, get involved. Any questions you got about setups? It is a wonderful bunch of human beings in there. So yeah, any help that you could possibly need. Definitely a very good place to start. Let's have a quick rundown of what we know. The results not quite through yet. Let me see. We can confirm though, in the hypercars, it was Sven Yilhud took the top spot with Kobe Chan in second. Arda Erkan in third place ahead of Dario Ayamulo in fourth place. Lucas Cedar in fifth with Fabian Roth in sixth place. Moritz Ulrich in seventh with Robin Deschamps in eighth. Patrick Bachmeier in ninth, and Marco Bischoff rounding out the top 10. He finished ahead of Luke Bachmeier in 11th. Samuel Antonin in 12th place. Daniel Krylov in 13th. Michi Hoyer finishing in 14th position. And Andres Rugel unable to finish the race. In the GT3s, Joseph Koifel, all-conquering Koifel as he shall now be known, in first place ahead of Clemens Koinzel in second place. David Naskadasvili finishing in third, with Mark Zdorak in fourth place. Matteo Gadotti finishing in fifth. It's Manuel Fuchs in sixth. Rennie Felder in seventh, and Marin Bessier got back up to eighth place ahead of Anthony Costner and Louis Barteau, who finished 9th and 10th respectively. Joseph Eichberger in 11th, with Alvaro Enchaiste in 12th. David Rancano in 13th ahead of Florian Hammerl in 15th. Valentin Kalhov not finishing the race in the GT3s. So one each from the Hypers and the GT3s. Yeah, but that is all we have time for this evening. Again, huge thanks to everyone that has tuned in over the year. We'll be back again next year with even more world-class racing. So make sure we see you then. But of course, before that, make sure you have yourself a very, very, very happy new year. Until next year, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.